Have you ever had a gut feeling that something just wasn't right? Maybe you were talking to someone, and their words said one thing, but their body language screamed another. This feeling, this intuition, is often your brain picking up on subtle cues of incongruence. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of detecting stress. Deception, in those moments when what's said just doesn't match what's shown. Now, this isn't about becoming a human lie detector overnight. That's a Hollywood myth. Real-life detection is about observing patterns and deviations from a person's normal behavior. It's about understanding the signs of stress, which can sometimes, but not always, be linked to deception. The key is to establish a baseline. The baseline is how someone normally acts when they're relaxed and comfortable. How do they sit? What's their typical tone of voice? How often do they make eye contact? You need to know what's normal for them before you can spot what's abnormal. Let's talk about the verbal cues first. When people are under stress or being deceptive, their speech patterns can change. They might start speaking faster or slower than usual. Their vocal pitch could go up. You might notice more speech errors, like stuttering or using filler words like and much more frequently. Another classic verbal indicator is the non-contracted denial. Instead of saying, "I didn't do it," they might say, "I did not do it." This formal language can be a way of creating distance from the lie. Also, listen for overly elaborate stories with too much unnecessary detail, or stories that are suspiciously vague and lack sensory information. Next up, the nonverbal cues, or body language. This is where things get really interesting. When someone is stressed, their body often goes into a fight-or-flight response. You might see pacifying behaviors, which are self-soothing actions. Think of someone rubbing their neck, touching their face, or playing with their hair. These are attempts to calm themselves down. Another thing to watch for is a lack of illustrators. Illustrators are the hand gestures we use to help explain what we're saying. When someone is fabricating a story, they often have fewer of these because their cognitive load is high. Their brain is too busy making things up to control their hands naturally. But what about the eyes? You've probably heard that liars can't make eye contact. Well, that's not entirely true. Some experienced deceivers might overcompensate by staring at you intently to seem more credible. On the other hand, a stressed person might break eye contact frequently. It's not because they're lying, but because the social pressure is too much. So, instead of looking for eye contact, or lack thereof, look for changes in their normal blinking rate. A rapid increase or a sudden stop in blinking can be a sign of cognitive stress. Let's put this all together with the concept of incongruence. This is the golden rule. Incongruence happens when verbal and nonverbal signals don't match. Imagine someone saying, "Yes, I'm completely fine with that decision," while subtly shaking their head no. Or someone who says, "I'm so excited," with a flat tone and a frozen smile. These are tells. The body rarely lies. When you see a disconnect between the words and the body, trust the body language. It's given you a glimpse into their true feelings. However, a huge word of caution is needed here. None of these signs are definitive proof of lying. Stress can come from many places. Anxiety about being disbelieved. It's the pressure of the situation, or just having a bad day. The goal is not to accuse, but to become more curious. When you spot these clusters of cues and incongruence, it's a signal to ask more questions, to listen more deeply, and to try and understand what's really going on beneath the surface. It's a powerful tool for better communication and deeper understanding in all aspects of your life. So next time you're in a conversation, try to be a more active observer. Pay attention to the baseline. Look for clusters of verbal and nonverbal cues, and always watch for incongruence. You'll be amazed at what you start to notice. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into human behavior. See you next time.